Hello Flosstube, this is Carla, Roladex Stitches, back for my second video. I had such amazing responses and messages and so many kind words from, fellow stitchers on my last video, and it made me feel great. So thank you to each and every one of you who responded and commented and subscribed, because holy crap. It's not how I expected this to roll out. So thanks, guys. Just gonna jump right in. Did have some questions about, why we're here in Japan, asking if we were military. We do live on a military base, but we are retired Army. I use the royal we here, which I should not. I was never an active enlisted serviceman. My husband, he retired from the Army about 7 years ago, and then went straight into federal employment. He is currently a federal employee. He was offered this amazing position here in Misawa. We're on Misawa Air Base in the northern part of Japan, in the main island. And he's a CPO, a civilian personnel officer. And so yeah, we're living on base, which is familiar to us, which is great, because we did do, the first part of our marriage and everything and having children, we were in the Army. So this is familiar, but it's kind of strange being on the other side of things as a civilian without so many rules and regulations, and the Army owning you, because anyone who is part of the military knows they're on you. So yeah, so like I said, we are here as civilians, but we are on a military installation. So yeah, that is why we're here in Japan. And other great news, we got part of our shipment! Yay! One part of our household goods arrived. So how it worked out when we were coming over here, it was broken up into two separate shipments. One was like the unaccompanied, which was supposed to be, at least how I assumed it was supposed to be here, within like 2 weeks of us arriving in Japan, and didn't quite happen that way. But then later on, the rest of the bulk of our household goods are going to arrive. Well, that one still hasn't arrived yet, which is okay. My first one did, and it has all my stuff, all my crafty stitchy gear. Y'all, I'm so excited. I want to show you just a little bit. I don't want to overwhelm you or bore you really with all of the crap that that we love, so I guess it wouldn't really be boring you. But I have all of my floss now, my floss stash. I have them all organized into two of these big ass containers. The first night when we got our stuff, I spent like hours just rolling around in it. At the beginning of DuckTales, where Scrooge McDuck jumps into his money bin and just wades and does little like breaststroke swim maneuvers through his money. That's what I did with my stuff, mostly. But then also I reorganized all of my floss. I had it organized by color, and it just wasn't working for me. I wanted to dump it all out pretty much and organize it in numerical order, which is what I did. Mostly because I decided I'm doing Stio Geelong 2019. I believe it's number 7. There are 60 flosses, including blends, in this year's pattern. So I needed to get out 60 different flosses, the called for colors, and doing that by number was a hell of a lot easier. So that's what I did with that. I had all here in my trusty dusty, why do I say dusty? Because it's not dusty. Handy dandy. And my damn floss organizer. I think it's from Bags Plus. I bought this from Michelle Bendy. She's a distributor for it, I believe. But it is a Floss Buddy Flip. I got them back here too. So that's that. But yeah, I got my floss. I got all of my whips. I got my fabric. Y'all. I'm really fucking excited. But yeah, I wanted to kind of show you how I organize some of my stuff and some of my whips that I didn't get to bring with me, other than the 3 that I brought for travel. So let's get into that. The two that I've pulled out to work on, just since everything's been here, are my two of my Halloween pieces that I've had for a while that I want to get done. It's not that I don't love them, because I do, but it's just I want to work on some other stuff, and I know I needed to get them done. I don't know why I haven't finished them, because I really do love them. So this first one is from, it was a stitch along from Lakeside Needlecrafts, I believe 2018. I'll link it down below. But it is all of the Halloween hats. So I actually got, before I got here, I only had from like here over done. And since I've been here, I got these two cute little things. Look at that little witch's boot. Audrey, Witchy Stitcher, 42. Look at it. I changed the colors on some of it, of course, because that's what I do. But yeah, so now I have to finish a bunch of words and some little individual motifs in between each of the hats. But I want to finish this soon and then actually FFO it, because it's coming up on my favorite season, Halloween. So yeah, there's that one. So that is what I'm currently working. That's one that I'm currently working on. Second one that I'm working on, again, Halloween. This one is I'm trying to remember the who this is through, but I believe it might be through. There's one of the pamphlets, but it's Ingredients for a Horrific Halloween. So this is, I don't know how well that's showing up, but I have not done a whole lot on this one. I think in this one the only stuff that I've actually gotten done is like half of her cape, and then her head, well, her face, and then this part of her hat. That's all that I've gotten done so far on this one. But I am loving it a lot. I need everyone to take a look at my needle minder. It's freaking adorable. It's a corgi butt. Look at that little corgi tush. So stitches with corgis. I don't remember her. I'll link it again down below. She had a pop-up shop at a place in Maryland. She mostly does yarn, I believe, but she does do some stitching as well. And that was just a little badge pin that she was selling, and I was like, oh, I need that as a needle minder. So bought it, popped off the pokey thing. I'm sure there's a word for it, but I don't have that. I made it into a needle minder. Speaking of needle minders, I love them. I have a lot. Not a lot, because I've seen some of y'all's collections, and damn, like Christine from Stitch All the Things. I'm probably about 12 videos into her, and I keep seeing her amazing stash of needle minders behind her, and holy shit, that's a lot, and I want all of them. But anyways, here are just some of mine. Mostly, I think I have made all of these actually from pins and badges. So of course I'm a Game of Thrones fan, and it was me. There's Lady Olenna and Harry Potter, of course. Again, Game of Thrones and Fantastic Beasts. These other ones are, I am a huge Sarah J. Maas fan. I love her two series, especially her series Throne of Glass. Highly recommend if anyone wants to read an amazing series, start with Throne of Glass, because holy shit stain, it's awesome. Get on that, because fire breathing bitch queen. You'll get it eventually if you read the series. What else? Oh, I did finish that Satsuma Street Garden Party Warm Tones. It's so beautiful. Oh, I love the colors and just the transitions, the little details. I think I'm not happy with the little, like, really thick line I made on the two ladybugs. I'm gonna have to pull those out. But that is gorgeous. I can't wait to finish this up once the rest of my stuff gets here, and I think my sewing machine is in the next, or in the big shipment. So once that gets here, then I'm gonna try to make a double-sided pillow, y'all. I know, I'm gonna have to practice on something small first because I have never sewed on Ada. I've never really made a pillow, so that will be interesting. I've made, you know, like fleece quilts, not quilts, blankets. I've made some project bags kind of things, and I'm making some stockings, but that would definitely be my most ambitious project to date. And it's stressful. Super stressful. That's about it for the whips that I'm going to show you for right now, because those are the main two that I'm working on. Once I am done, at least with the hats, then I'm going to bust into a next one, into a new project. Because like I said, I have Steochalong coming up. The first pattern, I believe, drops the 17th of August, so sometime about a week from now. And that will get me going. Then also, I have another one that I mentioned in my first video, Chior e Batticore, an Italian designer, and I love her pieces. I picked this time, I'll put it up here, Christmas in Pink, and it's not really my style. It's not something that I mean, I love it, but I'm making it as a gift for my husband's co-worker, who has been kind of our sponsor, kind of our, you know, our guide through this Japan adventure so far. As a thank you for her, so I'm gonna do that. One question that I'm gonna toss out to the hive. So if I might zoom in or a little bit on the lady pulling the sled. I think she's kind of like Santa. Maybe she's supposed to be a girl Santa. I want to change her skin tone. I want to change her to be a black woman. So some sort of darker. I know there doesn't show a whole lot of her face here, but if anyone can comment down in the comments section with some ideas, because I've never changed skin tone before, and there needs to be a hell of a lot more diversity in cross-stitch projects. But also I want to do it right. I want to do it properly and, you know, respectfully, and I don't want it to, you know, look like I just kind of haphazardly threw it together. So if y'all could comment down below with some suggestions, or message me. You guys know me, know that I'm also on Instagram as Roladex. Message me on there with any ideas you might have. I'd really, really appreciate it. So yeah, get at me on that. Also, about the Christmas in Pink pattern, I remember how I was lamenting about the lack of cross-stitch or even just kind of crafty shops that I found here in Japan so far. We went to Amamori, which is like the large city near here, or a large city, I should say. We went there for the Nebuta festival about a week ago, and it was absolutely beautiful. Here in a little bit, I think I'm gonna maybe drop in a video of a little bit of the parade that we got to see. They do these fantastic, mostly paper as far as I can tell, lantern and floats, and they light them up, and they're all man-powered, I guess you could say. I feel like in America, a lot of our floats, we toss them on the back of a hay cart, or, you know, a pickup truck, and we drive it down the road. That's what we do in America. Here they use long, almost rickshaw type thing, like poles in the center, and, you know, it's probably about 20 people underneath walking and holding, and not only are they holding these floats up, but they're moving it. They can spin it, they can tilt it, and they're lit up. Anyways, I'm gonna drop a video of that here. So yeah, that was the Nabuta Festival. Absolutely gorgeous. I didn't really take much photo or video after that because they wait until the sun has gone down to start the parade. And you can't see it very well, but oh, it was absolutely gorgeous and something that I'll remember for the rest of my life. And the kids had a great time. So, but yeah, so that was the Nabuta Festival in Amamori Prefecture. Where this started, I'm trying to remember why this came about. Oh, I found a craft store. They have Ada, and I don't know if they have even weave. I didn't really catch that, but they had it's called let me check my notes. Handicraft Nandamoya. Holy shit stain, guys! It was absolutely cool. Super, super cool. But I got this super soft, beautiful Ada. I couldn't really decide which one I wanted to do. This is more about like a lilac gray color, lilac silver. And then this one's just more of like a dusty gray. I don't know which one I really want to do for Christmas in pink. I think this one maybe. I don't know. What do you guys think? But anyways, I'm going to do that for that one. And then I also ordered from 123 Stitch some whisper threads and some little Rainbow Gallery sparkle threads to go for that one. But I figure I can use some of this on like her cape and in that Christmas sled. Look at this gray one. Oh, it's gonna be awesome. So yeah, but also at the Handicraft Nandamoya, I found this really cool thread. It's thicker than like, I think it'd be probably about equivalent to about 3 strands of DMC. But this gold is killer. It's got hella sparkle. And I'm all about the sparkle. I do really love it. Also my daughter Rowan, she is 10 and she found this cute little, look at that. He's like a mouse or a squirrel, but you turn him into a little keychain and she wants to make it to put it on her book bag. And I think this would be like her second or third project. So of course we had to get that because I'm all about her crafting. What else? Any other? I think I got some other haul. So I found these. Oh, let me see if I can. Whoop, flinging them all over the place. So this is from an Etsy shop. Hand dyed by Rolanda. I'll link her down below. Look at that. Oh, and there's actually one more that I bought as well, but it is, I've already broken into it. I couldn't handle waiting until this video, but it's also another variegated. Oh, it's got purples and greens, and maybe I'll pull it out here in a minute, but oh, heavenly, heavenly. I have another order coming from her already, actually, some more hand-dyed floss and a couple pieces of hand-dyed, might be even weave that I ordered from her. So look for that in the next video, hopefully. I mentioned last time that I'm a part of a Fabric of the Month club from Mystic Hand Dye Fabrics on Facebook. And I gotta show this one. Look. I don't know if you can really see that opalescent sparkle. But this one's called Snert, which is snow, ice, dirt. And being from Ohio, I relate to this on a molecular level because if we're not sweltering hot, we're covered in snert. Look at that. I might do my Stio Geelong piece on that. I think that would be pretty because they say they're calling for a more neutral light background, and I think that's going to have to be it. Exciting business. What else, y'all? I've been watching hella Flosstube because that's what I do. That's how I keep myself occupied when the kids aren't crawling up my ass, which happens a lot because, hey, It's been sweltering hot. Apparently August is like the one month that is hella hot here in Misawa, Japan. Everywhere else, it's almost kind of cool. Little fact, here in Misawa, it is one of the snowiest, or it is the snowiest region in Japan. Misawa is. It is, I think last year they got 27 feet of snow, and yeah, feet. 27 feet of snow just from beginning of January till like April. That's a lot, y'all. And I am from Ohio, and I lived in Colorado for a while, and let me tell you, that seems like a lot. So when we're not under a ass ton of snow, it's like it is right now, and it's sweltering, humid, oppressively hot. We have been staying indoors a little bit more than normal. The kids have been really loving all of the screen time they've been getting. But hey, I figure the rest of the time they're gonna have to be outside anyways. School starts for them in about 2 weeks, so they're in for an interesting wake-up call with that. So yeah, but like I said, I've been watching a hell of a lot of Flosstube, and y'all, Lolly from Lollipop Stitches shouted me out. I obviously subscribed to her. I have alerts on for her. I came downstairs, made my coffee, and turned on YouTube, and it's like, oh, Lolly's got a new video up. So I'm sitting here watching her video, and then I hear her say my name, and I choked on my coffee. Like I had a moment, y'all. It's probably because I adore Lolly a lot. I think she's a pretty awesome human being, and hearing her say these wonderful things about me was really fucking cool. So Lolly, thank you very much. That was so sweet of you. So yeah, thanks. And if you guys don't know Lolly, yeah, I'm gonna link her below, of course, but what's wrong with you if you haven't been watching Lollipop Stitches? Because she's hilarious. And do it, just go. Who else have I been watching? I have been loving Steel City Stitchers. It's a group of 4 ladies in Pittsburgh, and I love the format of their videos. It's really hard to organize just one person's life to sit down and record a video every 2 weeks or so, let alone 4 people's lives to figure that out. So sometimes they're all together, sometimes they film individually and send it to Kristen, and she puts together the video and then puts it out for them. So I think that format is amazing. I love each of their personalities and how much what each one brings to the show is just really wonderful. So go watch them. A new one to me, and I believe she's only on her 2nd, maybe 3rd video, is made by Michelle McGraw. Super sweet lady. I enjoy her a lot. Stitchy Shannon 85. I'm loving her. Super loving her. And then, so I believe Witchy Stitcher 42, Audrey, told us first about her Maximum Cross Stitch Power Hour with Ellen of Crash Test Dummies. We got a living rock star god in our midst, y'all. Go watch her. She's wonderfully quirky and cute, and you can tell she's very passionate about cross stitch and loves just the art form. So go watch her. She's awesome. I think that's, I've been watching a lot. I watch Christine stitch all the things, and I am a bit of a weirdo. I don't like jumping in at the very end of someone's videos, like their newest. Like I'll watch their newest one, but if I'm liking them, I go back to the very beginning. And Christine's prolific. She's got several hundred, well, not 100 and some odd videos, and so I'm only at like 15, maybe 17 so far, but I'm getting through them, and I love her. She is absolutely hilarious, and I love her style. The way that she puts her pieces together is beautiful. So that's my gush fest. Oh, I want to talk about how I organize my stuff, because since I've been here in Japan, I've needed to reorganize my whole situation with where I'm going to put my stuff and how I'm going to have it out and about for easy access. I talked previously about the 100 yen store Daiso. They're, like I said, think bougie, high quality dollar store. They have these bags, which, let me pull an empty one out. It's like this. It is, I think someone has talked about these on other floss tubes, and they get them from Amazon, but they get like a pack of 3 for like $12. This was 100 yen, which turns out to be like 97 cents. So anyways, I bought probably 12 of these. Then I use masking tape and just write the name on it. So this is for my Halloween hats sale that I'm working on right now. So I just kind of keep everything in there. So this is for Horrific Halloween. I have my Q-snap, I have the patterns, I have the socks to keep the tension on my Q-snap. Because I know some people use felt and some people use shelf liner. Do you know how many random, lost, mismatched socks that I have? And they work just as well. Pro tip for anyone who has had their dryer eat socks, because that's all I seem to have anymore. Just mismatched socks. So yeah, I have all of my projects, current projects, in these, which is awesome. My Santa's house from Tiny Modernist. I'll show that. If y'all want to see any of my previous whips, I can show you these. And I say previous as in like I'm still working on them, but I'm just not actively working on them right this minute. So, one that I am going to be bringing out here soon because I miss it is my epic Harry Potter whip. This is from Cloud's Factory. It is on a piece of a hand-dyed by me Ada. So my sister and I mentioned previously that she tie-dyed some Ada. We went kind of mad scientist experimenting on some Ada, and we had so much fun. And this piece especially, I'm just going to show you part of it, but look at it. It is humongously huge. So yeah, that's some of my whips. I have probably 7 or 8 that are currently active projects. I can do kind of a bit of a whip parade next time if y'all are interested, or if the fancy strikes me. So we'll see about that. I am going to try to do a little bit of ice dyeing again soon. This will be the first time I've done it without my sister, who is my, she's my rock, but she's also my calm. She is the one who keeps me centered, and when I'm in the midst of an anxiety, neurotic freak out, she brings me down to where I need to be and tells me that the world isn't going to end because I didn't place the dye properly on a piece of fabric, because that's how my anxiety talks to me sometimes. She's the one who chills me out. So having her completely around the world is difficult, but I'm going to power through, and I'm going to try to do some dyeing on my own. She will be on speed dial, and I'll probably be, Facebook messengering her at the same time. But we'll see how it goes, and hopefully I'll have some to show you guys next time of just some of the stuff that, however that experiment worked out. Another thing I wanted to kind of do each video is showcase something that I love here in Japan, just from the experiences that we've been having and just going through all of this adventure. One thing that all of us and my family, me and my husband, each of the kids, have seen and done is we've just been so encouraged and so welcomed by the locals here, not just those on the base, because on a military installation, we're kind of very isolated, and we all know what it's like to be so far from home. So everyone on the base, but then also the locals here in Masawa proper. They have been so kind, and even with the language barrier, everyone has been so welcoming and encouraging, and it's just been really great. So I wanted to make sure if anyone is ever scared of traveling, of going outside of the country or stepping outside of your comfort zone, just do it, because I was shaking in my boots at the thought of coming over here and not speaking the language and not being able to read the street signs, which is something we take so, just something that we think is so common. And I can't read any of the street signs here. I don't know what any of the streets are named here at all. So coming here has been such an adventure and such an amazing experience, and hard, but yeah. Do it. If you're scared, still just do it. Book that plane ticket, get your passport, go see the world, because this is something that no one could ever really vocalize or tell you about. It's something you have to experience for yourself. So yeah, that's my TED Talk on travel. Sorry, thanks. Sorry for that. Yeah. One funny thing that I've discovered since I've been over here, and as an American, we don't have this really. It's not very prevalent in the States. Every single public toilet that we have been to so far has had what me and the kids refer to as a magic toilet. It's the kind with the bidet. It's a fountain coming up out of the toilet bowl. I'm not going to get graphic about this, but let me tell you, if you don't know about a bidet or a magic toilet, I want you to go Google it, and you're going to be scared. It has changed my life. You won't know it till you try it, y'all. You need to get on that bus. I will have a magic toilet in our next home in the States. It's on my must-have list. Each and every one of you that have commented or thumbs upped, messaged me, subscribed, thank you so much. I really am just so appreciative and blown away by the kindness and the welcoming that each of you has given. So thanks again. Go check out some other brand new YouTubers, because if they're even a quarter as terrified as I was, then they need some encouragement as well, because this is a scary thing to do, and I am really glad that I did it. So thanks so much, guys. I hope you come back, and I'll see you next time. Thanks again.